Hi, I'm Ariana Woodall, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I learned how to cook, how I found my love of cooking, and how and why I became a vegetarian. Let's start this by saying that originally I was probably one of the most pickiest, unhealthy kids you will ever meet. My diet consisted of top ramen, del taco, where funny enough I only ate the meat off of the bottom of the taco, SpaghettiOs, which I kind of still love but don't tell anybody, and McDonald's. The way I ate didn't really affect my body or my energy because in high school I did sports and other activities. After high school, when I quit doing those, I started gaining weight and dealing with depression. I dealt with that for a while and I started eating worse until around 22 when I made a major life change, but we'll come back to that. When I started college, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I started taking general education courses and just kind of feeling my way around. After my second semester, my dad, who was retired and bored at this point, decided to look through the course catalog at the community college and came to me and asked if I wanted to take the basic cooking class with him. At first, I was like any normal 18-year-old. Taking college classes with my parents? Yeah, right. But I thought about it and thankfully my smarter side went out and I went to school with my parents. My mom took night classes with us as well. The first 3 culinary classes were at night. We fell in love with it. After that, all the cooking classes were in the day, so my mom couldn't take them with us. So it was just me and my dad, and I had a blast. Yes, we had difficulties trying to go to college with your dad. There were definitely some bumps, and we butted heads a little bit. But I got to know my dad better than I ever had before, and I loved it. He became one of my best friends, and was one of the best times in my life. Then, when we had 1 semester left before we both graduate, tragedy struck. My dad was diagnosed with cancer, and 2 months later he died. It was really hard for me to continue cooking and going into the kitchen. But I ended up somehow passing my classes and graduating. After that, I dealt with more depression because of my dad's death, and I kept eating more unhealthy and going down an unhealthy lifestyle. Around the age of 22, after about 2 years after my dad died, I'd gained a lot of weight, I was feeling crappy, I was really depressed. I was introduced to this really great book called Skinny Bitch. This actually is an in-your-face guide to going vegan. I love this book. It took me about a week to read it because sometimes I had to take a break. It's really, really in your face. But it taught me so much about how what goes into your food affects your body. So I made a drastic change. I cleaned out the refrigerator, I cleaned out the cupboards, everything went. So after this, I decided to go strict vegan, which was amazing. My body felt better than ever and the pounds started to come off with little to no effort. But this is very hard to maintain if you don't plan right. So for my life right now, as a busy college student, I decided to just be vegetarian. Now I'm not perfect. Sometimes I'm busy and I slip, and this means that I haven't planned and I have to drive through somewhere and I end up eating some cheese or some eggs. That's okay. You don't have to be perfect. And I'm not trying to tell you you need to be a vegetarian to be healthy. Just focus on your diet. Cooking at home like I do is one way to be healthy. Now you don't have to have a culinary degree to cook at home, I promise. You don't have to have a fancy kitchen or fancy utensils. See this awesome double oven right here? It looks great. It's been broken for 2 years. Well, all the things you see that I cook that are baked are made with this, a little toaster oven. I promise, with anything in your house or some few cheap things from the store, you can make anything and you can cook too. Thanks for watching and happy cooking.